everyone, it's Sanni. So I asked you last week if you'd like to see a bronze look, which I'm doing this week, or a how to correct foundation that's too light. Now, some people said foundation that was too light, but an overwhelming majority said the bronzy one, so that's what we're doing this week. It's a very kind of summery look. It's very, very bronzy and very kind of easy to do. Minimum amount of products, nothing too complicated. Now I added a pop of blue eyeliner on my waterline because I like the way it contrasts with kind of like the bronzy look. You don't need to, you can just be all bronzed out. No need for blue. Sometimes like really kind of bright green works super well on the waterline with this type of look as well. But yeah, I'm all in summer spirit, so I thought this is great for this week. So I'm going to stop talking and get started with the tutorial. So I'm starting off with completely clean skin. I've just moisturized before. I don't necessarily even moisturize when I'm using this specific product, which is the Chanel Les Beiges all-in-one healthy glow fluid, and I am a 20, and I like to use my Eco Tools. I think this is called a CC brush or a BB brush, but I love this. Now I could go up if I wanted to already look bronzer from go from foundation. I could go up to a 30. So I would say when you're looking for that summery glow, go up one shade, but do the rest with bronzer. Don't, go crazy dark with your foundation. So I've got a couple of spots because it's not like full coverage. I'm using my Laura Mercier SE3 Secret Camouflage, and I'm just using the darker side, and I put a little bit where I have pigmentation and spots. Whenever it's like that time of the month, I get spots on my chin. It's a very hormonal area to get spots in. I hate it. I'm not doing my under eye concealer yet, as there's going to be a little bit of fallout because we're using kind of shimmery color so that we can clean it up. So I'm just going to zoom in and we'll do the eyes next. Another product I'm using up, Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I am going to repurchase this because I love it, but it's yet another one. It wasn't in my official use 3 buy 1 because I always will keep buying primers, but yeah, I'm using up lots of products. And this primer I do use under the eyes because you can. Now this is a very glowy look. I'm going to use a couple of Milani eyeshadows. I think what I'm going to do actually when I go on holidays is I'm just going to take this. This is by Maybelline Silk Glam by Eye Studio and Coral Drama, because basically it's the same colors. But I am personally loving the Milani's, the baked eyeshadows, so I'm going to use these. And the first one I'm going to use is 606 Drench in Gold. And I'm going to put that all over the lid. I'm using MAC 252. The first palette would be amazing for this look as well. I'm then just cleaning up the brow bone with a very, very used Brule. Very used. And this is just like to clean up. Use just whatever kind of suits your skin tone. Don't need to be precise. This is just cleaning, blending the edge. I am then going to keep using the same MAC 217, and this color, which is like a it's very similar to Expensive Pink from MAC, is Copper Excess, and I am going to do the crease with it, but actually I'm not doing the crease. What am I talking? I'm kind of doing a very big V. I'm almost pretty much, I would say, doing kind of like half of the eye. And what I like to do with this kind of look is I like to extend straight out. I'm going to line my eye. I'm using Tom Ford. This is called Metallic Mink. You don't have to use a Tom Ford pencil. Actually, Rimmel's Scandalize the brown one is a beautiful shimmery warm brown for this as well. You don't have to be too precise, so I'm kind of like just dotting it into the lash line. Really work it into the lashes, that's kind of the main thing. I am then using an amazing Tom Ford brush. This is the brush number 15, and I'm blending that line out just softly. It's not a winged line or anything. I am like extending it out, but it's not particularly a winged liner. And I'm also going to do my top waterline. And when I'm doing my top waterline, I am really kind of working it into the roots of the lashes. The liner in this is really kind of soft. That's why I'm using a pencil instead of my beloved gel liners. The nice thing with this kind of liner is you really don't need to be precise. I'm going to take the liner just on the outer third. You can see how much glitter there is already fall out. This is why we don't powder. And then I'm going to switch pencils. I love this. This is Scorch by Urban Decay. And Scorch I'm going to take all the way inside. This is one of my favorite things ever. If you've got blue eyes, you need it. Then my last Milani shadow is Rich Java, and I'm still using exactly the same blending brush, and I am just doing the start of a crease, I would say, but I'm not really going very far at all. And again, I'm going to just kind of extend directly out a little bit. Sorry, I was not meant to blow in the brush. And even though it's a big brush, I'm going to go under the eyes as well with it. And then just quickly curling my eyelashes. I'm using my CoverGirl Clump Crusher, my very beloved CoverGirl Clump Crusher. I am so in love with this mascara. I can keep layering it and layering it. It will never ever clump and never flake off. This really stays on me. Stays on me better than a waterproof mascara, because waterproof mascaras do tend to, with them I get the little dots up here. So this one is actually better. I just have to clean up before I do my brows. I'm just taking a little bit more of my foundation, and I'm using the same brush to just clean up under my eyes. All that glitter fall out, it's just driving me mad. For the eyebrows, I am using Makeup Forever Aqua Brow, and I am in number 10. Love this stuff if you're going to be sweating all day, because it stays put. It is exactly kind of what it claims to be. I'm using my Anastasia. I think they've changed the design. Brow gel, and do brush your brows through before this product dries. Anastasia Brow Gel, Anastasia Brow double-ended brush. Yeah. I'm just concentrating so that this doesn't have time to dry, because it does set quite quickly, and I don't want to disturb the brows after it's set. Cool. Okay, time to zoom out a little bit. Actually, I did forget to put in under eye concealer. I'm using the Garnier Roll-On, one of the under eye concealers I'm using up, because I'm not going to conceal that precisely. I'm just going to keep using the same brush. It's funny, this brush has actually become, I've only had it for maybe a month or two, and it has become one of those things that I use every single day. So I'm going to do cream bronzing, and I'm going to use the Sonia Kashuk Warm Tan. This is cream, Undetectable cream bronzer. Now you could use Chanel's Universal, the cream one, but I'm in love with this right now. And I'm using the Real Techniques, what is this, stippling brush. And I'm going to, well, literally kind of stipple, well no, I'm just blending on the high points of my face. So I'm not contouring, I'm going on the high points. So really kind of high on the cheek, where the sun would hit you naturally. And then obviously your nose is gonna get sun, and your forehead. Tend to put a little bit on the chin as well. I'm just powdering ever so slightly. I'm using the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil. I'm not powdering tons at this point. It seems like this is the video of things I'm using up because I'm almost out of this as well. I'm using a tiny Inglot 4SS brush, one of my favorite brushes for precise powder application. I'm doing under my eyes, here where I have big pores, and around the nose. And always like the center of the forehead, a little bit on the chin. Now I am going to use a, this isn't a bronzer, well it is kind of a bronzer, so Chanel Les Beiges Healthy Glow, a multicolored one, and this is the palette 2. And this is amazing. I'm going to take this on holiday with me as well, because you can kind of like, right now I'm using mostly the middle one and that one for highlighter. When I'm darker, I can mix these two. So it is a genius bronzer. For a drugstore version, I have been loving the Physicians Formula BB Beauty Balm. This is a bronze booster. Amazing. I don't know if it comes in different colors or not. This is from light to medium. Fantastic, fantastic, kind of very light and subtle bronzer. I'm just going to be lazy and use the brush that comes with it. So first I'm going to mix these two together, and I am just brushing it on my cheekbones. For a kind of a compact brush, this is an amazing, because it really, like the curve of it really fits your cheekbone so well. I do go on my nose as well. I love the way these smell, oh my god. And then I'm going to take just the lightest one, so you kind of just go in that one, and I'm just using that as a highlighter. So I'm not using a separate highlighter at all. Getting there. And then just for lips, I'm going to use MAC's Cremola lip liner. Cremola is one of their cream stick liners, and I love those. And then I'm going to use a Bobbi brown lipstick, and this is the Rich Lip color in Uber Nude. So this is kind of a nude lip look, but it's browner than I would normally wear. And the Rich Lip color line from her is so pigmented. And I'm going to top that with a gloss. I want a tiny little bit more, like not quite this brown. So I'm going to add a peachy gloss. This is by Revlon, and it's called Peony. And it has like gold flecks. But it just adds that little tiny bit of warmth. Now, you could leave it here. I want to add a tiny, this is what I like to do with a bronze look. So I'm going to add a tiny pop of color. You don't need to do that. You could just be a bronze goddess if you like. But I'm going to use a little bit of blue. So I'm going to use the Milani Liquif Eye Metallic Eyeliner Pencil, and this is in number 4 Aqua. And I'm going to make sure, I'm going to take a Q-tip because some of that Tom Ford could have transferred from the top waterline as it has to my bottom waterline. So I just want to clean the Tom Ford off, and then I'm going to warm it up on your hand. It's a good trick actually for when you're doing waterline. Sometimes when you feel like the pencil is not sticking, just really warm it up first. I think it was in Scott Barnes' book where he said he used a hairdryer, but I don't have a hairdryer here, to warm up his pencils. I personally kind of love that blue pop with all of the bronzy and golden tones. It just kind of, it's the opposite, so for me, I really like it. But yeah, you don't have to do this part, you could just be all bronzy. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. I am going to be doing kind of like a couple of holiday videos, because I'm so excited about going on holiday. I'm going to do kind of like preparing your skin for a beach holiday, what I do, like all the exfoliating creams, stuff like that. So I will do that probably next week or the week after, and yeah. But let me know how you like this look, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!